Welcome back to our very first show of the new season, where today we'll be taking a look at what's been happening at the first few months of 2022. Next on The Ekko. Hello Hastings High School students and staff, and welcome to the first ever show of the 2022 season of The Ekko, our 24th year on the air. My name is Christian Dean, and I'll be taking you through the first episode of the year. The date is April 1st, and no fooling around, quite a lot has happened this year so far. For instance, an author visited our school. Angeline Boulay is a Native American writer and has been working passionately to improve education for children. While she was here, she spoke about her experiences growing up in an indigenous community. Her debut work, The Firekeeper's Daughter, was named one of the top 100 young adult novels of all time by Time magazine and was a New York Times bestseller. You can find her book in our school's library. Well, it was sure great to have a break from school a couple of weeks ago. Our student body was looking for some time off, and while many of you spent spring break relaxing and enjoying a tropical getaway, one senior boy spent his week getting down and dirty. Here's what The Ekko's Rihanna Ranke has dug up.
Every year around mid-March, our high school gives students time off to transition from winter to spring activities. Some of the students use this time to go everywhere from Florida.
We went to the pool and tanned a little. We went to get ice cream.
To Arizona.
Went on a little cruise and then four-wheeling in the canyon.
Some of us even went on a big group trip to
Moon Palace, Cancun, Mexico.
Ella Kimmon and Logan DeBeddings were two of many who went on the senior trip this year.
The trip was fun and emotional in like a good way, and I feel like it was like one like last hurrah almost before like graduation.
The trip sounded amazing to say the least.
Weather was good for the most part, and we went on the catamaran on the last few days, and then we just spent most of our time in the pool.
They enjoyed plenty of activities, but one definitely stood out.
My favorite part was on every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, a DJ would come, and they played loud music. And they even played the Ekko background music once, too.
As fun as Cancun sounded, some of our student bodies still had fun right here in Hastings.
I like to hang out with like a variety of people, but in spring break everybody was gone. We went downtown to just like scooter. I thought it was a good time to like everybody get together and like make the most of what we have here in Minnesota.
Johnny wasn't the only one to stay local this break.
I just work on the farm. That's about all I do nowadays.
Senior Hastings Online Academy student Myra Napper has been working for the J&M Cattle for almost a year now, and his plans this spring break was to do just that.
My friends are farmers too. They're not going on spring break. We'll all be working.
And he sure did. The J&M farm tends to cattle and also harvests many crops.
We grow soybeans, corn, and then peas too. We do peas. And then kidney beans is the main thing too.
Myron's job is about to get much busier with the warmer weather approaching.
After planting, you got spraying season, so that takes a lot of time too. You got to spray pesticides and everything to keep the weeds down.
A busy spring calls for an extra hard worker, which Myron is.
Puts in a lot of long days.
Sam Piney is one of Myron's coworkers who has also been a friend for a long time.
He puts a lot of time into working on the farm. He's always on time.
It is quite a hefty job, but there are positive aspects.
It gives me something to do during the day. It helps develop my work ethic.
Myron is a hard worker, but his abilities were challenged after an unexpected accident this past summer.
I crashed a dirt bike and then broke like 17 bones and then got TBI, lost both my lungs.
The doctors had told Myron that he would be paralyzed from the neck down, but they were wrong. Myron ended up recovering better than anyone expected and was back to work in no time.
I was probably back to work in 2 months.
He was back in the tractor, but the job now had more obstacles.
You know, he was a little slower when he came back because he couldn't move too good.
I had to slide up on my butt up a tractor, and then I couldn't get out of the tractor all day.
Flash forward 5 months, and he is truly doing great. He doesn't take a single day for granted and is ready for another season of doing what he loves. This has been Rihanna Ranke reporting for the Ekko.
Myron sure didn't waste a second of his break, and he truly looks forward to the spring farming season starting up again in just a few weeks. Now turning to sports, we had an amazing winter sports season this year. Some of the highlights included our varsity boys hockey team, which had a very successful run. Their final record was 21-5-1. And congratulations to the varsity boys basketball team for a hard-fought season. Their hard work and dedication created some really good memories. The same goes for our varsity girls team, who ended with a record of 15-11. Our own alpine ski team also had an amazing year with both girls and boys teams advancing to state. Our two representatives for the girls were 7th grader Kate Nowak and 10th grader Abigail Palava. And our representatives for the boys were seniors Charlie Milholland and Caleb Kimmis, 11th graders Aaron Herber and Zach Rother, 10th graders Jackson Rentz and Cole Kateria, freshman Gavin Molitor, and of course, their team consultant Fernando Costello. Well, we can't leave the topic of sports without mentioning wrestling. A special congratulations to our state winners, Blake Beisel and Skylar Little Soldier. This was the year we had our first all-girls wrestling team. So let's get on the mat with the girls of wrestling. Here's the Ekko's Peyton Cater with the story.
After school practice, a routine for many students and teachers at HHS. But for the girls wrestling team, this is a completely new experience.
This was our first year that we've had it that's officially approved by the State High School League.
Mr. Hannenberg, a human performance educator at HHS, is the head wrestling coach of both boys and girls wrestling.
I've had to learn a lot as a coach with now coaching girls. It's good in a different way, and I've really enjoyed it.
Having only a single member last year, the exponential growth of the program was a welcome surprise.
I wasn't expecting there to be as many girls as there was.
Hastings senior Alicia Brown keeps the family tradition of wrestling alive by joining the program for the first time just this year.
My dad, he loves wrestling. The fact that I did it was very I would say it made him very proud that he has a daughter in wrestling along with a little boy.
In addition to adding this new sport, Hastings even hosted the section tournament.
So actually, it was pretty neat this year. We hosted the first ever girls section tournament here at Hastings High School. So what they did is, typically for wrestling, there's 3 classes, but they had all the classes together, and they had 2 section tournaments. So one section tournament was for sections 5, 6, 7, and 8, and that was at St. Cloud Tech High School. And we hosted any schools from sections 1, 2, 3, and 4 right here at Hastings High School. So we had about 75 girls come in from all across southern Minnesota.
Not only did Hastings host the section tournament, but 2 of our own wrestlers, Skylar Little Soldier and Alicia Brown, placed first and second, taking this new team to state at the XL Energy Center.
Honestly, that was the coolest thing I've ever experienced. To be a part of that and see it all happen it was awesome. It was you're down there and you're warming up in the tunnels of the XL Energy Center. I go there for hockey games and it's completely different than I'm there and I'm wrestling out on the mat. You walk out there and so many people. It was really cool.
With this newfound success, girls wrestling is looking to expand their ranks into the coming seasons.
Without a doubt, yeah, it's gonna the growth that's gonna take place next year is gonna be exponential. Our numbers already from the year before to this year, double, triple, even maybe quadrupled throughout our state. So I expect that trend to keep on going up, and girls wrestling is gonna be the fastest growing sport in Minnesota.
Although wrestling may seem like a hard task, all that work does pay off.
It's a very rewarding sport, It's for someone that really wants to push themselves physically, mentally, someone that really wants to set a goal and reach that goal. Wrestling's going to push you to do that. So you're going to work on your determination skills. You're going to work on your having a positive attitude. You're going to greatly improve your work ethic. So anyone that's really looking to take on a challenge head on, test themselves physically, mentally, and work on the other stuff as well, wrestling's the perfect sport for that person.
Going from a sport with only one player to the fastest growing sport in Minnesota, girls wrestling has finally wrestled its way into the Minnesota High School League. I'm Peyton Cater, reporting for the Ekko.
For more information about girls wrestling, you can reach out to Coach Hannenberg in the gym any day of the week. Wow, something else really big happened this winter. We got a new acting principal. After graduating from Cornell University in New York, Mr. Doran came back to Minnesota and spent some time working with developmentally disabled adults and then transitioned into a teaching role.
Passing times, lunch times, where I can get in front of kids and just say hi and meet more and more of you every day. That's what it's all about.
So while an official replacement for Mr. Mike Johnson still has not been found, Mr. Doran will be our acting principal for the rest of the year. HHS is filled with loads of talent, ranging from athletes on the field to trivia masters on our Knowledge Bowl team. The Ekko's Holden Richardson recently met up with some brilliant singers who have found the way to share their music.
The music program here at Hastings High School has demonstrated talent in a variety of ways, with awards ranging from show choir or marching band to those that have been given out at our very own talent show. And two friends have taken this love of performing to the next level.
I started when I was 6 years old.
Meg Ryan has performed in the variety show twice in her high school career so far.
I was a freshman. I was looking forward to doing it all 4 years of high school,
with aspirations to continue.
My freshman year, I played piano and sang a song with Rihanna Schick.
Alongside a friend.
Decided to reach out to her, and she became one of my closest friends at that point.
Bringing people together brings out the best performances.
The talent show is the best we sang it.
Rihanna Schick performed alongside Meg in the variety show.
I sang a song written by Megan with Megan Ryan.
The duo struck a chord together.
He came up to me in a practice room at the middle school and just asked if I would sing this song with her, and I learned the song in like 2 days, and then we performed it the next day.
Music hasn't always been a part of Rihanna's life.
I just kind of joined choir in middle school, and it just took off from there.
But when it has, it's been very instrumental as an outlet for her emotions.
It's the rush that you get and thinking that you've worked super hard to perfect something so much, and then getting to perform it and have people see it and hear it.
Both of them are brilliant.
Mr. Warren is one of the theater managers for the talent show. Variety show is a great way to showcase brilliant people.
A lot of different acts, a lot of kids that aren't in music that get to do stuff.
But some good things come to an end.
It's a bummer. It's a tradition that's been a part of something.
The talent show may be done.
Money starts to kind of run out.
With budget cuts imposing, the variety show may be a thing of the past.
I was pretty sad because I feel like that's a really fun thing that everyone gets to be a part of. You don't have to be like a music podcaster in any of the classes to sign up for the talent show.
They will not let their talents be stalled by budget cuts. They will keep on tickling the ivories. Reporting for the Ekko, I'm Holden Richardson.
Our Hastings' own show choir had their final performances 3 weeks ago on the 7th of March. Both Dynamic Edition and Riverside Company performed for a full house auditorium, commemorating their very successful competition year. Riverside competed at a total of 5 competitions all across the state and in Iowa, taking grand champion at 3 of those 5. Hey, many of you may recall that due to the pandemic, we were only able to put on 2 shows in 2021. So this year, we plan to be coming at you with 10 exciting episodes every week from now until June. So stay tuned. I'm Christian Dean, and we will see you next Friday right here on The Ekko.